Ready, set, go now, move your feet. It don't matter which move.
Hey Male Buzzers, I am here today at TV1 with the beautiful and multi-talented Tia Smith.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I'm here with Patrice,
Thank
Male
you.
Buzz.
Yes, thank you. We're going to be talking today about everything CLEO TV that's coming in January. So let's jump right into talking about CLEO TV and what the inspiration was behind it.
The inspiration for CLEO TV came about from our general manager, Michelle Rice, who saw an incredible demographic that was moving and shaking. I mean, in every format, from politics to sports to entertainment to entrepreneurship. That spirit that young women, millennials, and also Gen Xers are having right now in this climate is amazing, and it can't be denied. So why not have a network that speaks to their voice, that tailors to their aspirations and also their inspirations, because they can be that to everyone who watches.
Right.
So it just seemed like a no-brainer to really target that spirit and bottle it and put it on screen for CLEO TV.
Yes, I love that. And as being a millennial myself, I'm at the very end of the millennial.
Well, I'm the
age
young
group.
Gen Xer.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's make that be known.
Yeah. I love it. And so I know that this was named after Cleopatra, and she was a trendsetter. You know, she was
Of course.
doing her thing. So it's amazing to finally get that positive TV that us millennials need, because there's so much ratchet, you know, quote unquote ratchet television out there. Not all of it as far as the reality shows, but most of it. So I'm excited to see what you guys are going to bring to the forefront. I mean, I feel like this is like, you know, you're a trendsetter. And this is the first of its kind.
Well, I mean, I think that a lot of things you have to go back to the foundation, and it's true, you know, as Michelle was coming up with this idea of what, you know, focus will this network have, because it's in partnership with Comcast also, which is a wonderful partnership. You start with the foundation, or one of the foundations of Cleopatra, who was a well-rounded woman, who was not only beautiful, strong, had to make decisions, and that's what we do thousands of years later. You know, that spirit is taken right through to our Cleopatras and our queens of today.
Right.
So, you know, we come in all shapes, sizes. We have all different kinds of dreams, different entry points that we want to cover for our lives and the lives of our families, and just what we want to do in the world. So that combination of power, femininity, ancestry, and also legacy that we're carrying out.
Right.
As women in everyday life, and even if it becomes to the point it becomes a TV show and it's scripted, those are real characters that we know and that we love, that need to be represented, because to your point, it can be very monolithic.
Yes.
You know, we only see one type of black woman, female, and sometimes she's ratchet, sometimes she's angry.
Right.
It's just too limited. So why not again have a destination that you can go to serve an audience that fits a spectrum just like this?
Right.
You know,
Very
we
true.
come awkwardly. Issa Rae has done a tremendous job with saying, you know, and this is nothing new.
Right.
We all have cousins and family members that fit the bill, but again, unfortunately, the lens of the camera only prevents some people to know us.
Right.
So we want to broaden that lens, and we're about to with CLEO TV.
Yes, most definitely.
But thank you.
You're
Excited.
welcome.
Yeah.
We're excited too. I mean, it's coming soon, so we cannot wait.
January 19th.
Yes, yes. All right, so we know there's a lot of shows that are coming. So I have a list, okay?
Okay.
So it's a pretty awesome lineup. We have New Soul Kitchen, Just Eats with Chef JJ.
Yes.
Living by Design with Jake and Jazz, hosted by brother and sister duo, Jake and Jazz Smollett. And then Everything I Did Wrong in My 20s. Now, I just want to say that this is something that I needed so long ago. So, you know, I mean, I could have used this, like, you know, in my 20s to kind of really know ahead of time. So, for this to be presented to those individuals, millennials, who are in their younger 20s, this is going to be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. The programming slate is healthy. We've been working.
Yes, I see.
We've been working, you know, and what we found is that the demo, again, just like your everyday woman, really wants to travel. So we're going to have some travel shows that come a little bit later in the quarter. Living by Design that we're developing and actually getting ready to shoot right now, that takes us as a Black travel movement to different places. So we, you know, delve into those spaces, the people, the culture. So we're excited about that travel end. And then you mentioned Chef JJ, who's an amazing chef out of New York, who has kind of like this Afrocentric, New Yorican,
Right.
spice of life to the food that he prepares. And it's kind of like his playground. We enter his kitchen, and you may see this one and that one, like the hottest. And they're kicking it in JJ's kitchen and just having a really good time preparing food and talking about what they're going through as far as personally and professionally in their lives.
That's good.
JJ is really exciting because he's really on the trend for revamping New York hotels and restaurants. So not only does he own his own, but he's also sought out by the Today Show and other places to really revamp and bring a fresh aspect to the culinary world.
That's awesome.
And then with New Soul Kitchen, it's wonderful. It's a part of our short format, our vignettes, because true to form, our attention span, we don't really have one anymore.
We don't. We don't.
So, what's cool about CLEO TV is that we'll have long format, and we're
Okay.
considering our long format 30 minutes.
Okay, nice.
And then our short formats are 10 minutes. They're kind of bite-sized. They move like the internet, a web series, which is
Right.
an average of 7 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
So New Soul Kitchen is a short form format for us where we have Chef Jannard Wells, who's amazing. He has a wonderful spin on cooking, a little bit of soul, but also healthy. But also hosting with him is celebrity chef, vegan chef, Portia Thomas.
Nice.
So we have that wonderful blend, dare I say, a mix up, a chop up of them coming together. So whereas he'll prepare, let's say, his lasagna, version of a lasagna,
Okay.
she'll have the vegan form of it. Because
Nice.
we've also noticed that this generation is a lot more health conscious.
We are, yes.
So we're trying to fit all of those entry points so people are served.
Okay.
And
like
to
that.
your point of, the web series that we have about, what I should have learned in my 20s.
Yes.
We all could have used that.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's
It
important.
is scripted, and it's a wonderful take on the journeys of how you get it right and then how you get it wrong.
Right.
But you also learn from it.
Yes.
So I think that's just an important part of life.
Yes,
That
it
you're
is.
learning. So we're just trying to hit every target, and like I said, we're working and we're busy
Okay.
to give people what they need for this particular network.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Thank you.
So look, I know that you have 6 years of experience here at TV1, plus your career before you got here. So what was your role in seeing that the lineup and programming would be true to CLEO TV? Like, I know it was probably hard to keep it under wraps and before making the announcement. So talk to us a little bit about, what role you played.
Yeah. It's been and it is a wonderful ride. No one is unto their own selves or an island, I would say. We have a tremendous programming team that comes from varied backgrounds, from scripted to unscripted to web series, digital, and working with our producer's gut, I would say, and research and Michelle as our leader, just really focusing in on those buckets that we need to serve. So it's curating all of that, keeping yourself on the pulse when we're acquiring things, working with our acquisitions department and saying, hey, this is hot, we need it.
Right.
There's a buzz on it, or either that we can break it.
Okay.
Because it's wonderful to have a built-in audience, definitely,
Yes.
but it's also great to break something
It
too,
is.
and to be the first and say, hey, it was helmed under CLEO.
Right.
So, it takes a village and a team, and that's what it's been. But, I always approach things as an executive, from producing and directing, just the balance of gut and knowing what is out there, what you want to be on top of and set that trend
Right.
with some research. To me, that balance, you cannot go wrong.
Okay.
And take risk, too.
Yes. Very true.
So it's a hodgepodge of things, and it's been a wonderful team that has curated all of the stuff that you're about to see in January.
Awesome.
Excuse me. And then as far as under wraps, we didn't have anyone sign NDAs or anything
Okay.
like that. But when you're working with partners in the spirit of partnership, you just intimate, look, this is under wraps.
Yes.
This is something that we are creating together. And for it to properly be set up from the PR perspective, from the marketing perspective, let's keep it under wraps so that as it rolls out, we come out with a bang.
Yes.
So
I love
we have
that.
wonderful partners that we worked with that kept it under wraps.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's very good. All right. So what is so exciting about CLEO TV that you can share with us?
Wow. Well, the programming slate we've talked about, the wonderful team that has helped curate it and put it together, the voice and texture that we're going to be giving to the audience so that we're not monolithic. But that's all the front side. But even on the back side, or what we call the behind the scenes side, we have female curators and creators and filmmakers that are bringing it to life. So it is literally being made by women that can say, oh, that's not authentic. No, that doesn't need to be in the script. Or, this feels right because this is something that I would say, this is something that my sister would say. That voice is beyond necessary.
Yes, it is.
And again, I think we're in a wonderful time of entrepreneurship and ownership and saying this is our voice and this is what is on my heart. And we're creating our own platforms and we're receiving those and we're also hiring those women to tell the story. Men are welcome. Right. All can sit at the table, because there's always balance that's necessary. And many times, that male influence can be that balance. Right. Very true. Because it takes all of us. So that's really exciting that, we're putting, exactly what we're standing for. We're putting it to the test and it's happening. Yes. Women are creating their own voice. Yes. Women are being represented in front of the camera, behind the camera. Yes. Women are owning their content that gets acquired. They're working with men, as we always have, to create a voice, I would say, just for the culture. Okay. Because both sexes and all the sexes make up the culture. Yes. And, again, we're just really excited about bringing it to the table. Yes, I'm excited. We're all excited. And the thing is, for so long, there's been this stereotype that positive TV of African American women could not exist and be successful. And you all are stepping in and saying, "Hey, look, we're gonna break this stereotype. Yeah. We're no longer gonna showcase this on our network." And I'm loving that. Because like you and I, there are women out there who want to see this positivity. Yes. And we want to, foster that sisterhood, not just in real life, but on television too, so that everybody, the world, globally can see that we can do this. We're one. And we get along. Yes. And that we have that we have a voice, we get along, that we're doing it. I mean, I will never forget, hearing about, just growing up with the Cosby Show. And, for some people it was like, oh, this is not anything that happens. A doctor and a lawyer. My aunt and uncle are the same, but just reverse. Yes. She's the pediatrician and he's the lawyer. You understand? So we've always been doing those kind of jobs. It just wasn't present. So that's why it was foreign. But, we have all kinds of people in our culture that need to be represented. And that is just something that we stand behind. Just authentic stories, authentic lifestyles, authentic options, so that people may know who we fully are. Right. I love it. That's what it is at the beginning and the end of the day. Yes, very good. And I love your radiance and your positivity. And that's going to show through to the programming when you have authentic people like yourself who are really pushing, what CLEO stands for. So that's also important to be noted. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Appreciate it. And last but not least, we want to know where we can find CLEO on social media and online. So we have an amazing social media team and digital team that has been taking what we've been shooting, or either, depending on schedules, because again, we're just covering so much, they've come to set to grab what they needed for online purposes and initiatives. And we're going to be on Twitter at MyCLEO TV. Okay. You can find us there. You can definitely catch it on Comcast and Charter TV, with a lot more affiliates to come. And then the website, mycleo.tv. Awesome. Yeah. That sounds good. Well, we're ready. We can't wait. We're going to bring it to you January 19th.